So first, the consolidated PDF was Annie's first try. Left a document out, inserted a draft that wasn't the complete copy as she grabbed it, but I think this is what you were talking about at your last meeting, and we'll be working with the town clerk as we work through this to make sure it's available to the general public as well.
Mr. Chair, if I may. So in our policies, I think the expectation is that all meeting materials are provided the Thursday before the meeting. Do you think that going forward we'll be able to get this on the Thursday before the meeting?
I think we can work towards that. It may be Friday, but we can certainly work towards that. And we've talked about bench strength and some other challenges that we have.
Okay.
But I think, we always need to build in some flexibility with this because depending on what's on the agenda, sometimes we have things that come in Monday, Tuesday, and I think we should be allowed to update it with new material, instead of, throw a wrench into whatever discussion we're having that night.
I think it would be helpful to get the packet on the Thursday, and if there's a supplement that comes in.
Yeah, I mean, that's
Tuesday.
That's been my hope. That's the norm that I'm used to, is a single packet goes out. And that's certainly what we're going to work towards, at least with my time with you.
Excellent.
Cool. No, this is a great initiative, though, and I'm glad that we were able to do this so quickly, so thank you.
I'm not going to go back through the committees. I think that was covered by the chair. And I just want to thank all those folks who stepped up, and Paula and the folks at the sewer department who got that letter out in the mail once it was written. So we have a seasonal labor, a public safety front desk clerk undergoing final background checks, and should be before you at your next meeting. We also have an assessing administrative assistant, and we placed that phone call today, and are hopeful that they'll take it. That leaves us with 2 positions open, assistant sewer business manager and the network administrator. And we'll be talking with the school department. Is he okay if I just mention that? When Izzy's meeting in the finance team tomorrow, we're going to raise the possibility of one single network administrative team as opposed to the way it's broken up right now. I think the biggest challenge is when you have a combined system, you have to think that you're buying a service from the larger side of the house and treat it that way. It's just not the same, but filling the position has been difficult.
If I may just ask for clarification on that. So my understanding was that we had a unified system and the schools chose to go in a different direction. Are we talking the IT service provider? So can you just clarify?
We're looking to revisit the way we collaborate on that issue.
Got it.
Lunenburg Adult Activity Center, the bid's been awarded and the contract's being finalized. Historic Properties, we received 2 bids, which are now under review. The library exterior paint project, bids are due this week. Pay-as-you-throw recycling, we have a final contract meeting tomorrow at 2, and then we'll get that out per Mr. Alonzo's request. Library teen room. We've modified the scope, both for purposes of trying to have a project we can fit into the budget. And by modifying the scope, I'm saying, first, you've got one wall that you were going to remove that turned out to be a shear wall and it shouldn't be removed, frankly. But we would have a base bid, and then we would have add alternates for the painting, the flooring, and some things like that. The idea being, I want to get you a project. And that would go out to bid by the 2nd of October after Muir signs off on everything.
And to clarify, so when you hit the central register, you need to publish it the week before. So you're saying that this is basically complete the end of September, so that way it's published on the 2nd of October.
The plan is that I've set up a Tuesday afternoon meeting with the Assistant Town Manager, Procurement, myself, and the Facilities Director. The plan is that he will have final drawings and a scope of work next Tuesday. Assuming we're in good shape on that, or we can get that into shape within a couple of days, we would send the Central Register in on Thursday.
Got it.
That is published, I believe, the following Wednesday.
Yes.
So you don't have to wait. If you've got a good sense of where you are, you don't have to wait till everything's done. Go ahead and advertise it. And we can save some time in the process. So that's what I'm trying to do here, is to go through these projects, figure out if we can break them down into some of their simplest elements, and then get them out there with ad alternates and get them on the street. Ritter Building, I know the Facilities Director and I don't see eye to eye on this one, but maybe you do the roof, the gutters, and the trim work first. The ad alternates are the windows. You don't have enough money to do most of these projects. So to bid them as they are, with all due respect, you're just wasting that bidding time. So that's every Tuesday, 2 o'clock. That's our plan.
Got it. Thank you, Mr. Chairman, thank you.
And that allows me to, one of the things that we went through today was hard dates. And if it's not ready in the 24th, we'll go to the next week. But I'm trying to get hard dates for these projects to get them out to bid.
So if I may, Mr. Chair, through you to the interim town manager, take us through the library project. So it gets published next Thursday, it hits the register on the Wednesday, and then take us from there.
So assuming it's already on the 24th or close enough that we're comfortable in advertising it, it would be advertised on the 2nd. There would be a walkthrough about 10 days later. We accept questions from bidders by the 15th of December. We take 2 days, only 2 days. I'm trying to bring this bidding schedule in.
You said December, I think you meant October.
I'm so sorry.
I was going to
Yes.
say, yeah, okay.
Not only are we compressing the schedule, but apparently we're rolling it backwards. So the 17th of October, we put out an addendum with the answers to any questions, any changes we've made. Bids are opened on the 23rd. 3 weeks. I'm trying to bring the schedule down to 3 weeks. Can't do it in 2 weeks. It's just, it's too much. And your contractors will walk away at a 2-week notice.
Right.
4 weeks might be the ideal, but I don't think we have the time to do
Well,
that.
that is exactly why I'm asking. I mean, this is all yellow flagging to me. In fact, maybe orange flagging, that I don't think we have time for a lot of these things.
The rule's the rule. All I can do, Mr. Alonso, is try to get as many of your projects under
No, I hear you, and I appreciate that.
as possible, and it may require some last-minute shuffles, where we move things around just for the sake of moving them around, and then try to get the town meeting to move the capital money around. Because we also, in addition, we have the roof and chimney on this building. We have all the work at the Ritter Building. You have the roof at the Public Works. You have the floor at the DPW. There is a considerable backlog going back to FY '22.
Yes.
I would tell you that you probably have 1 or 2 staff members that aren't particularly thrilled with me right this minute. But I don't see any other option but to just keep trying to pour the coal on. I'm showing my age when I use that reference.
Well, my questions, why I brought up the library one is specifically because of ARPA. I mean, the other things have to be done, and I brought them up in other regards. I'm just very concerned about anything we have in ARPA that we may not have under contract, and, again, the time is ticking. This is starting to sound like a Tom Cruise Mission Impossible movie. We need to get all this